I think the results speak for themselves. We'll talk a little bit more about the tech, and I want you to give us a demo here as well. I know you had a patient a few years back. You posted the progression on your YouTube channel, and the patient had an ACL injury. And the typical ACL injury repair time is usually 9 to 12 months conventionally. I know you had this person within 3 to 4 months back on the field, which is amazing. And I just think those kind of case studies are what resonates with people and really is like, okay, the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, so that, there's a few different stories like that we've had, and I'll caution, there are people that are resistant to go back to sport or activity ahead of schedule because they're concerned about graft healing. And so, I don't want any of this to come off as trying to pressure anyone to go out and do anything they're uncomfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'll certainly share this, this story because I think it's instructive. One of these that comes to mind is a girl that we worked with, a young woman who was a senior in high school, was already set to go to college to play Division I softball, and her senior year, she was skiing over spring break over Christmas break. On New Year's Day, she tore her ACL. She had surgery middle of January, so about January 15th, and they told her that she was going to be out for at least 7 months, just to forget about her high school softball season and to focus on going and playing college. She'd be able to go start at college in the fall and join the team and everything like that. And yet she loved her high school teammates, and she wanted to see if it was possible to play at all during her high school softball season that spring. And so we started working with her. Her mom, did some research online, found us, and they drove across town and saw us, started working with us a few days a week. And, long story short, she made significant progress. She met all of her milestones a lot faster. She was off crutches in a few days instead of a few weeks. Her range of motion returned in a few weeks instead of a couple months. Her strength levels were back in, 6 to 8 weeks instead of 4 months. And so she just was meeting all these milestones faster. And at the 3-month mark, her surgeon, who's generally a very conservative person who said he would never clear anyone before 6 months, her surgeon looked at her and said, "Wow, this is the most stable knee I've ever seen at this range." And then they were having the conversation, and he actually cleared her right at 3.5, between 3.5 and 4 months. He cleared her to go out and play. And so in the middle of April, she rejoins her team as they're getting ready for the state playoffs, the state softball playoffs here in Texas. And she actually leads her team to win a state championship in a high school softball season that she was supposed to miss entirely.
That is amazing. I love stories. I love stories like that. And I'll put a link here below for people listening. If anyone's interested in this technology as a patient, even virtually, if you're like, man, do I have someone nearby that can help me with this kind of things? There may be virtual people that can help you on Garret's team as well. Or if you're interested in the technology, I'll put a link down here below, neu.fit. And then we have a promotion here /just in health. And I'll put the link down below.